Butterfly, fly here with me.
Welcome to the summer house. The summer house that's now in, sleep mode. If you want to sleep out here, it's very nice. There's a phrase: "Make your bed," and you lie in it. And often this is a negative tone. Make some bad choices, or maybe use the wrong motives, or treat people a certain way, and you find yourself in an uncomfortable place. But do you know what? I've always learnt that you can make your bed and lie in it, in a positive sense. Often when we, meet people, we're normally very polite. Normally to start, most situations, it's a positive experience to meet people. But sometimes, if there's disagreement or something goes wrong, you can leave negatively, leave on bad terms. And something I learnt being involved in churches was because, sometimes people want to leave church and join other churches, and that's all fine, all good. But sometimes you saw people leaving well. And it'd be like, a celebration of those people going on for new things and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes, because something may be happening in the community that, that was difficult, as any community can, or family can experience, not necessarily just being in a Christian church, sometimes it went disastrously wrong, and, a lot of people would leave the situation wrong, and angry and all that kind of stuff. And so I've always had this idea of trying to part ways well. And I've alluded in these videos that I've been going through a difficult time. I've been married for 13 years next year, but life happens, and suddenly someone you started well with, suddenly there's loads of things that come in and cause a lot of strain. And in those times we all have to make decisions about what's the best path forward, and sometimes the question of parting comes up. And love is free. Love is a free choice, or from what I understand. If somebody wants to be close to you, they can choose to be close to you. If they want to part, they are free to part, whether you like it or not. And it's been difficult the last few years because this question has been in the situation, and you're trying to manage what is the best way forward. And what I'm saying this for is, I've been determined in this situation that if I was to continue, I was going to continue well, being kind, being caring. And if I were to part, I was going to part well. Still show I care for that person, and understand as best as I possibly can the choices that they are making for their own personal well-being and for their own personal heart journey. And any problems I have with that person's decisions are my problems. I need to be free, gracious, merciful, forgiving, and honest myself. Everyone makes mistakes. We're all doing our best here. We all contribute to discord, in one way, shape, or another. But in the discord, we can be building or mending bridges, or reassigning the boundaries, relabeling the relationship, maybe. You know, we can still be friends. We don't have to, you know, you can all be different. But in the midst of this situation, two songs have been written. One was a poem for my wife, you know, and which is Butterfly, which has been part of the intros to these music clips, because she wrote this little poem and asked me to see if I could make a song from it. And it was so easy. It wrote itself. I didn't really did much. And it's about being free. You're always meant to be free, like a butterfly. You don't want to be kept in a glass. You know, it seems nice because it's pretty. The butterfly is beautiful, but a butterfly is always meant to be free. Part of the beauty of a butterfly is the fact that it flies among the flowers. And it's supposed to be a flower between flowers, flying. You know, it's beautiful. I found one the other day, which I did a little video on, and I put some music to. A blue butterfly. Same colour as my summer house as it happens. Brilliant. All the details. But, you know, a few weeks back I wrote a song that I wanted to write a while back. You know, really reflecting on the last sort of 13 years really. And wanting to, you know, say actually, you know, when you fall in love, you do lots of gestures to show you care and love that person. You know, maybe to win their heart, you know, and if successful, it can lead to marriage and lead to many happy days. But at the same time, if that all, you know, in the journey of life gets put under so much pressure, or things come in from all sorts of sides, or from ourselves, our own insecurities or failures or differences of characters, can sometimes cause problems. But I've always found you can still part well. You can still show you care for somebody and show kindness, and just to say they're valuable and they're worth giving freedom to. And if I have to give you freedom to show you are loved or cared for or valuable, even if we have to part ways as friendships or anything, but especially if, I think, with a significant relationship, where the other alternatives, normally people leaving damaged or hurt or wounded, carrying around regret and all these things that, you know, are very subtle in sometimes undermining our potential for new futures and new seasons in our life, where things could be much better if we can just let go of all that stuff, that hurt, that pain that comes from these things. And you know, it's like the whole journey led me to write a song about freedom and the idea of loving in parting as much as the loving in winning to yourself. And you know, I wrote a song called Three Pearls and a Trail of Diamonds, and I wanted to say this because, you know, the power of a song, you know, to stop you in your tracks and make you think, is a big thing. And you know, songs are powerful. Daniel Bedingfield said, you know, as one of his songs was, you know, is it right to write a song for a woman? Because, you know, the impact it can have on her emotional journey could be massive. And you know, I shared this song with gifts of, you know, believing in freedom and stuff like that. And it's interesting, this with, you know, genuine care has made, you know, her rethink, question things. And this is the power of songs. And you know, I'm very careful And I'm very honest and open up front to ensure that that's not, there's a fine line. There's a very fine line. It's very easy to manipulate people with songs, and I think the way you don't manipulate people is you actually explain why you're writing the song and really show in words your intent. And the intent is always for that person to be free to choose, and to make the future bed they lay in nice for them. And life changes every step. We never know what's coming the next day. And 1 minute you could be losing, 1 minute you could be winning. Next minute you could be losing again. But you know what? You can be loving and you can be kind and you can still have hope no matter what. And I've learned in my life not to let people rob you of kindness. Don't let people rob you of your capacity to care for others. And don't let others rob you of your hope. You can find hope. You can find kindness in anything. You can love your friend. You can fall in love with your lover. You can love your wife. And you can love a wife if you have to part. And you can love a wife as a friend after, if that's the path forward. Because the power of our capacity to care for others is massive. And if you could put that into a song, and set them free from, their own struggles and fears and worries, then that's a brilliant thing. And this song will forever mean a lot to me. But sometimes we need to be prepared to love people in parting. If you got to part well. If you choose to stay, don't let the past dictate the bed that you lay in. Your past mistakes don't have to mean an uncomfortable bed. Your past mistakes don't have to mean you have to lay in the dirt, sleeping on rocks. Particularly when you part well. Or offer freedom, or offer kindness, or care, regardless of the outcome. In terms of relationship statuses or anything like that. Your friendships, you can part well if you need to go in different directions. And actually the beautiful thing about friendships is, and I think any relationship, is the idea that maybe we're all joining heart. And we don't have to be physically next to somebody to still care about them and think about them and wish them well. Just an idea. But this is 3 pearls and a trail of diamonds. This is like the most freshest song I've written. This is coming really quickly. I didn't think I'd be using this song quite so soon. But I feel it's important. I've been showing some early songs, now showing a song for current. To show you how music saves my life. It helps me to process stuff. And actually, although I can share that wider, the songs are just as much about myself. And you know what? I feel, this God who doesn't exist, I feel always tells me I'm loved. And he seems to have gone a long way to show me love. And that love has made a difference in my life. And I can only share my experience. It's true from my experience. It might not be true from yours. But your journey, your story might be well different from mine. But my story includes this idea that God, this maker of heaven and earth, all in between, made it for me to show him love. And he did everything. He lost it all, he gave it all away. Even to be rejected. And yet he was prepared to lose it all to show love. He was prepared to part well and still think care and kindness to us, even if we chose to part. Wow, that is a big spanner in the normal mindset of, let's just, if somebody's upset us, let's just get out of the way. But anyway, parting well can actually be a big part of music, and there's been a few songs in the charts I think tapped into this idea. You know, maybe meeting someday down in the future and being able to look back with joy and, you know, pleasant experience of a time that may have been difficult because love was found and love was lost, but somehow by letting go of that pain, sometime in the future down the road, you can actually look at it with a joy and a gratitude for the experience that's made you a better person. Yes, that's hope you enjoy the song anyway. 3 pearls and a trail of diamonds. Be free. Be loved. This is not for many, it's for few. Maybe for one, even if that one's me. This is the journey I'm on, and actually I've been going through quite a lot of it's been really a lot going on recently, so I want to get back into doing lots of songs and posting them regularly. For anyone who wants to listen, even if it's just me, I don't mind. Just want to be honest, just be me, and share who I am as an unknown songwriter. See you later. Might have a good sleep out here if I get a chance.
I woke at sunrise as the clock it turns to 4. It's time to make a journey to walk out to your door. I know our time is setting, but I wanted to settle this score. But every step that I took for your heart, the one who's asking to part, be free to dream, our lives go on. But without you, I'll still be singing my song. 3 pearls, a trail of diamonds are what we had before. It's all a memory, but one that I adore. Can we still cherish passing sand? Oh my friend, I hope that you can understand. For every step that I took for your heart, the one who's asking to part, be free to dream, our lives go on. But without you, I'll still be singing my song. With hope, with hope. 5,000 days I had you always on my mind, and all I wanted was your joy to find, to see you smile to the end of time, all because your hand was held in mine. But every step that I took for your one who's asking to part. Be free to dream, our lives go on. Though without you, I'll still be singing my songs. For every step that I took, for your heart, the one who's asking to part. Be free to dream, our lives go on. But without you, I'll still be singing my songs. With hope burning strong in a heart who gave and lost it all to show you love, to show you love, to show you love. You were